What it is, guys, it's your old boy Pilk, and a lot of y'all were giving me flack last night for this atrocity right here. This atrocity right here. There. Boom! SA10 Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And if you guys know anything about this channel and about me, you should know whenever you see a unit like this, there's one reason only why he's SA10, and that's because we haven't yet done the damage test on this unit. Now, I'm going to be real. I've been so adamant that I was going to pull Vegeta that I kind of maybe forgot to do this last week. So let's go ahead and do it. I pulled him first night with a dupe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to damage test Goku. We're going to damage test him at SA10, SA20, with a single dupe, and then we're going to see how hard a rainbow unit, if I can find one, will hit in comparison. Plus, active skill. There's going to be a lot of things to test on this video. A lot. So it may be a bit of a long one, but stick around. We should have some hype here in just a minute. What is in here? Oh, okay. I don't worry about that. Sorry, there's an extra one in there I hadn't paid attention to. So, let me introduce the team before we get too deep into this. LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be his own lead because he's a 170 attack lead. And since we're doing a damage test, we want the best damage we can get out of him. Okay? Now, full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. One of, if not the best, link partner for LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This dude shares 5 link skills. Okay? He shares, and let me make sure I have my list here correct, Super Saiyan, GT, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and the big one, Saiyan Roar. Saiyan Roar is going to be 25% attack link. 25% attack link. That is huge. The other two add up to 25%, so it's basically a little more than 50%. It's actually calculates a little higher than that, but it's about 50% attack link. So he's going to hit pretty hard. Then we get over here to the Kid Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who has, once again, 5 links. Super Saiyan Kamehameha, GT, Fierce Battle, and Saiyan Roar. These two guys are about the only units that really have Saiyan Roar on this team. There's a couple others, but none of them have the Super Saiyan link, so they're just really not great. A few have Fierce Battle and Saiyan Roar, but to have all 3 of those attack links, those are LR Goku's, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku's, only 3 attack links, but they're more than enough. More than what he really needs, if I'm honest. So, basically what we're going to do is we're going to get him on a rotation with either one of these two. Because remember, attack links don't really double up. Not like key links do. Like when you have 2 units with a 2-key link, they kind of double up. It becomes 4-key. But with attack links, they don't do that. Once a link's activated, it's just activated. So those percentages don't really compound. So the goal is to get either one of these two on the team. Now, the rest of the team is just filled out with some of my favorite LRs from this team that actually have good link skills. So we've got a lot of good linking. The only ones that really don't link well, Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan Goku do not link with the full power Super Saiyan 4. They do, like, in one respect, but not most of them. So we're going to basically be floating these two guys. Now, this one hits like an absolute truck. He's actually not bad on this team. For a free-to-play LR, he's not bad, especially for how early in the game he was acquired. So this is going to be an interesting test. To do this, what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to jump in here into Boss Rush, and we're going to get our SA10 first test underway. We'll do SA10, SA20, and then we'll do the active skill. All right. And then we'll obviously go up to SA20. SA10 12 key, SA10 24 key, and then active skill. I should have everything over there on the side as well to pinpoint that. But pretty straightforward stuff. We're going to do Boss Rush 7. We usually do Boss Rush 5, but I think with this team, 7 is going to kind of be our best bet. And we want to filter this down so that we get another Goku unit. There we are. JLX, my mang. My mang. Alright. And we'll have to go grab our team. And then, of course, we are going to grab... we shouldn't need to grab too many support items if I'm real, because there should be more than enough. Okay? So purple, green, and blue should be right about what we need. The team should tank like an absolute boss, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's jump in. Only reason I grabbed a Senzu is because if we start getting hit or anything like that, I need to be able to kind of mitigate that so we can get up to turn 4. Because remember, in order to get up there, why did I do that? In order to get up there, I'm basically going to have to stop everyone from attacking so that we can get 4 turns in. Otherwise, we're never going to do that. Like, his active skill is never going to take off if we're actually actively attacking. So, SA10, 12-key test. I did make one minor miscalculation when I was creating this team, and that was putting the Super Saiyan 3 Goku on here. I completely forgot about his passive at the time I was making the team. So, he is going to sway the vote a little bit. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this rotation here. Now, this is my full power Goku up there at the top, and my Super Saiyan 4 Goku, okay? Now, nobody else is really going to affect this at all. Or, like I said, the worst thing they're going to do is give him Ki, and I'm not losing sleep over that. The one thing I do not want is all those rainbow orbs for him, so we're going to avoid that like the damn plague. But I've got him right here in the center. He's in the best possible position. And just to prove you, it doesn't make a difference. He's got 206k damage now, and 198 there. That didn't prove what I wanted to prove. Anyway, he's only supposed to get one boost off each link. So now I'm curious, how much better is he going to hit with the other one on here? He's only supposed to get, unless there's something. Oh, that's, you know what? I bet you what it is. No, because Kamehameha wouldn't make that much difference. Because it's only when super attack is launched. I don't know. Maybe it's legendary power. It must be legendary power is actually what's doing that. So, whatever. It's fine. We'll try to get as close to the same test as we can, and we'll see if he links up the same with the other ones, because in all my research, Goku shouldn't be doing what he's doing here, but again, we'll kind of cross that bridge in a moment. So, 12-key test. I'm going to try to just get what I can out of this right here, right now. Gohan, we'll just not even worry about that, and then we'll get around to this other rotation. So, he was 206k. What is his attack stat here? Let's take a look. 1.12 mil. So I want to point out that's at SA10 12 key. So yeah, I severely underestimated this dude. Severely. So let's go one more rotation. Pull someone else up here and let's see what we can do with that. The goal is to not get, well, since it's the same either way, I'm going to go ahead and put him in the front, and then we'll go ahead and feed him up. Now, he should have enough Ki just out of these rainbow orbs to be just fine on his own. This should be a full 24 Ki. Yes, it is. Perfect. Doesn't matter what we do with everyone else here because they're not going to get an opportunity. Now, this is SA10, 24 Ki. Go. Phone not freeze. 2.14 million. 2.14 million minus my phone halting for a minute to go. Quick math. Pretty damn good hit. Pretty damn good hit, if I do say so myself. Now, what we need to do is we need to calculate out his active skill, which means we need to go basically one more rotation. When we get that rotation, what we'll need is we'll need a baseline damage test. So the one thing I didn't really talk about here is the health. Look at the health on this team. And I can actually have more health than that because I didn't throw all my LRs on this team. So there is the potential for quite a bit more health here. So that in and of itself is pretty damn awesome, if I do say so. But Foist, let's go ahead and feed our Goku, shall we? Let's go and do his active skill, see what his active does. Now, this is not going to give us, we'll basically have to calculate out how much damage this is based on what we see. Solely because this is not going to, it's not going to give us a 1.42 mil. So we do not have a, You know what? That other Goku is going to get a super attack off and ruin this. We can basically calculate out what it's going to be by taking a look at the other Goku and comparing the damage difference. So let's take a look here. This Goku does 1.82, and he does... how much damage? Okay, remember, he's got type disadvantage, so you can almost double that. So it's almost like a 2 mil attack stat, roughly, give or take. A 2 mil attack stat on that passive. Or I'm sorry, on the active skill. So I'm curious now how much difference there's going to be between the active skill when he's SA20. If it's the same or if it's any different. I would kind of hope it'd be different, but I don't know the calculations on it to be real. So let's do a little comparison here and find out. So we've got our LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku here. We're just going to give him 10 guys real quick. And I'm not even going to play around. Do I really have... oh, okay, no, never mind. I was like, what? There's no way. I'm not going to bother with those in Kais, because I've got so many of the Elder Kais and Grand Kais. I am just going to go ahead and feed these in and not fart around with a 30%. There's just simply no point. So here we go. And I'm going to commit a sin here in a moment and use the training location on the other one just to get my daily. Just because reasons, and we're going to burn something that doesn't really matter. So, let's go ahead and grab 5 more Elder Kais. Bada bing, bada boom. And just because I need to do it for my dailies, we'll just burn one of these. We'll burn one of these. We have too many of those. And they're kind of useless if I'm honest. Begin! Bada bing, bada boom. Our Goku is SA... I was going to clap, but that would have been way too loud on the microphone. Our Goku is SA20. Phone. If I was a wise man, I'd probably use an emulator. But technically, it's against YouTube's TOS, so... we just have to deal with my slow-ass phone. Which is why my frames are dropping all over the... yeah, I really need a new phone desperately. Alright, here we go. Super Attack is max. Super Attacks is max. Manx. So we are good to go. We now have SA20 Goku with no orbs. Now we'll do orbs after this. And we'll do the damage difference between him at SA20 with no orbs, SA20 with 55%, then SA20 with the extra Doop put in him. And we'll do a few different tests here. We got a lot of testing to do on this unit, pretty much. So, let's go jump back into Boss Rush and see what happens here. Hopefully we get lucky into rotations again, but I kind of don't think that's going to happen. Alright, Boss Rush 7. I love Boss Rush 7. It's so much fun. It doesn't have some of the issues that the other Boss Rushes have, and it's so nice for that. Alright. Because, you know, when you get like Harudegarn or Strength Janemba or those kinds of guys in your Boss Rush... there's nothing you can really do. They're just stall units, and they're gonna drag down your times like crazy. All right, and this is full of some pretty beefy Dokkan fests, so it'll give us some good tests. Did we get lucky? Did we get lucky? The Tech Full Power Goku, we did. Awesome. Tech Full Power Goku is basically the perfect unit to test here. You can see our power is almost identical. So let's just jump into the SA10 test here real quick. SA10 test. Boom. Not worried about the rest of this. We'll just feed up the LR. That'd be a fun test to see how the LR does, just for general curiosity. So, 1.3 mil. That's not enough of a difference in my opinion. That's a pretty pathetic difference, if you ask me. We'll see how he does at SA20. Or I'm saying SA20 at 24 key. So just to keep that difference in Gohan away, I'm just gonna keep him on first road. And let's go ahead and feed him up with some rainbow orbs and see what happens right here. This should be more than enough to make him 24 key, and it is. Let's see the difference. Probably should have given all that to Gohan, but that's okay. It's not going to last that long. It's not going to make a difference at all. What is our attack stat? 2.6 mil. That's actually very respectable. Very respectable. All right. So 2.6 mil attack stat, very nice. And now we should have our active skill. Let's see what the active skill does. Curiosity here, does Super Saiyan 3 Goku have whatever? Super Saiyan 3 guys, something with Gohan. I don't know what it was. Something swayed that one last time. But either way, we're not really here to determine that. We just want to see what the difference in this active skill is. Now, I don't remember what this is. I think it was the previous fight that we did active skill on before, but let's just see. I guess if it's weaker, we'll know right away. Bada bing, bada boom. 1.18. So, and we don't have a baseline to compare that to. Oof, I'll have to go back through and math that out. But it looks like it got a little bit more powerful, but it's really hard to tell. I'm really going to have to compare that to what we saw last time and do a little math on that. And then I'll just come back and edit that in here in a little bit. So, looks like it's time to go on to the ability system. Okay, so here we are in the ability system. I've got everything set up to 55%. Yes, I have the extra Doop path. We'll cover that separately only because I want to see what he does at 55%. Because let's be real, pulling a Doop of an LR is not something everybody's going to do. But there's a pretty good chance that a lot of people are going to pull LR Goku. In fact, a lot of people have. I've had a lot of free-to-play people tell me they pulled him in a very small amount of stones. So, 55%, let's damage test him. Let's do a real-world test, see what this dude does. Because it's... well, I suspect it's going to be pretty ridiculous. Alright, so this should be a really good test right here. We've got Goku with full power Goku. You know, that's a really great dynamic for them. We're just going to feed him 12 ki, well 13, but it's not going to make that much of a difference if I'm honest. And I really do want to see what this other Goku does, but I don't think we're going to get a U super out of him. No, we're not. So it's kind of pointless either way. I could have fed him up, but that's all right. So 1.55. I will say I got 1.89 with the other Goku there. So 1.55 million as attack stat at SA20, 55%. So for the 12 ki, that is not bad. Remember, Goku, he doesn't get stronger as he goes on. He gets more tanky as the fight goes on, unlike Vegeta, who gets stronger every time he fights. So that's a good one. Let's go ahead and continue these rotations. Oof, we've got a active skill there, but we're not gonna take advantage of that. We're basically gonna squander it. So this is pretty much where we got the active skill before. The problem is if I do the active skill, it's gonna kill him. But let's just see if there's any difference in the damage. I don't think there is. I calculated it out, and really, it doesn't seem like there's any damage difference between SA10, SA20. I don't think it really affects it that much. Alright, Goku, go. Yeah, 1.59. I think that's what we got before as well at SA10, so pretty close at least. So, not really that much difference. We're going to do it kind of slightly out of order there just because I had it available. And then we'll go back in and we'll do the other one here in just a second. So now we're going to do our 24 ki test. And this is actually perfect because we do have a ton of ki right here. And we're going to feed it all into Goku. Not you, Goku. The other Goku. Not you, Goku. The other Goku. There we go. This is more than enough ki. Remember, he gets a ton of boosts out of the rainbow orbs. So he basically gets ki and attack. Yeah. Not attack damage, but he gets like extra ki, kind of like LR Gohan does. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. Detail list. Attack and defense 120% start of each turn. Blah, 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 blah. Plus additional ki plus 2 per rainbow or AGL sphere obtained. Yeah, so it's not like he gets extra damage. He just gets extra ki. So we're not overpowering him. We're just going to get a very nice, clean test. Let's see what he does. So, SA20, 55%. We did 3.1 mil attack stat. That's nuts. Oh my god, that's insane. Yeah. If these guys didn't have as much damage mid as they had, that would have just one-shot them. So, Crazy, crazy, crazy unit. 3.1 mil attack stat is absolutely bonkers. But let's go see what he does with that extra dupe. I actually just did a whole discussion on how this works, but the long and the short of it is, you want crit on Goku. You want crit more than anything else. Double attack's going to get off his 12 key, so it's not really that beneficial. So where it gives you the option between double and evasion only, I do evasion. Okay. Yes, he has evasion in his passive. It's a different evasion mechanic. The passive is like 45, 50%, something like that. I don't remember exactly. This is another small percentage on top of that. They don't piggyback. It's basically a separate roll of the die each time. So for me, he's going to wind up level 5 double, level 15 crit, and level 6, I believe, dodge. And that's where Goku's going to sit. I wish he could get more crit, but he gets that native double attack, and my opinion, I think that's wasted on him. But we've got him. Ooh, let me make sure everything set. Everything did set, so it's perfect. So we're going to go do a little damage test with him with this extra piece of damage on him, and let's see what happens. So this isn't exactly the optimal situation, but it's okay. The two Super Saiyan 4 Gokus don't really, kind of boost each other all that much. They're just kind of there to do their thing. So let's go ahead and feed these guys up and see what mine does, because this other one is kind of an unknown situation. So, all right. 1.67. 1.67 is very respectable. We're getting just minimal, like, little tiny increases in damage, though. We're not really going to break 2 mil here. Maybe we might get really close to it when he's completely Skittles, when he's got all his paths open. But we're not really hitting that insanely hard. But let's see what happens here in a moment, because we should get something really pretty out of him next time. Let's see what happens. So we're going to move Gohan off, because remember, Gohan did sway our numbers a little bit. Still don't know what about him did that, but yeah, he fluffed our numbers quite a bit. So first things first, let's see what the active skill does. Remember, the active skill should still do about the same amount of damage. I think it was 1.5 something before. I think I calculated it out, and the attack stat is somewhere between 2.8 and 2.6 mil every single time. 1.76, so we got a little bit stronger actually with the ability system. The super attack doesn't affect him, but the ability system does a little bit. And that's interesting. That's very interesting. All right. So what we are after here is we are after 24. Yeah. So I'm just going to turn all green spheres blue and do it this way. This is the first time, and what's interesting about this unit, this is the very first time that we have had to actually go in here and manipulate the key to get what we want. That's one thing I do utterly love about this unit, is he's always getting that 24 key attack off. He's always doing it. It's like LR Gohan over here. It's never a question. He's just always getting at least the 18 key, if not 24. It's pretty nuts. So 3.42 is extremely respectable. That's very, very good. Remember, if he had type advantage and it wasn't a Dokkan Fest, that would be a 7 mil attack. And we didn't even get crit. We didn't even get a critical. So, couple that with the 2.8 or 2.6, 2.5 mil attack stat that he got roughly, give or take, calculating it out, from his active skill, and you're talking about something really impressive. Really, really impressive. So, that probably could be, if you really pushed it with some good partners, that could actually be really close to, like, almost a 10 mil attack with, like, a Dokkan. So, just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. I realized I didn't do his active skill, and I meant to. That's okay. So, let me see if I can find a rainbow friend. Alright, so I was finally able to come up with a completely 100% rainbow LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku friend, okay? Let's take a look at this unit. Now, they did something a little different than I proposed. We're not going to do the active skill. I guess we probably should at least see what he can do, although it's going to finish this unit off. So let's take a look here. Now, this is not my unit. Obviously, mine is not rainbow. Y'all know better than that by now. Y'all know my luck ain't that good. And my pockets ain't that deep. But if we go to detail list, we'll talk about what he did that I would differentiate on greatly. Okay? This person gave them 11 double and no dodge. Now, I know they already have a dodge mechanic built in, but that's only when they receive a super attack. Like I said, if you're going to use this dude in Super Battle Road, or I'd even say Battlefield, just some general dodge is not a bad idea. Plus the 12 key. Massively raises defense for one turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. I don't see a lot of value in that attack. So getting that double attack off isn't going to change matters too much. Though we have seen it's a pretty beastly attack. So it's not a bad selection by a long shot. It's just their personal preference. I would put more value in this because I think defensively it's a better option, especially if you're going in Super Battle Road. But that's me. You basically wind up with level 6 dodge, level 5 double attack. He's still going to double attack often enough that it matters, but level 15 crit is absolutely mandatory. So let's go ahead. Let's see what he does with his... Because remember, there's no differentiation in the active skill between, whether you get a certain amount of ki off. In fact, if you do select the orbs, this kind of goes away to begin with. So let's take a look real quick. All right. So active skill. Boom. Let's see what this does. I don't remember the numbers from last time because that was a couple days ago, if I'm honest. In fact, I filmed the end of this before I even filmed this part. Go Goku. This active skill takes forever. So that's 1.7 mil. So it's right about where we've been seeing. It's not that much different. Just a little tiny bit more damage, but, nothing groundbreaking. And this will give him just a 12 key super, which is nice. And we just get a good baseline test for what he does. The rest of this don't even matter, because I get the feeling this unit is dead. So the attack stat on this one is 2 million. So like I was saying before, I don't put a lot of value in the double attack. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. A double attack is beastly, man. Just beastly. Alright. So we're now into this stage, so I'm going to go ahead and bring them back around. So we already know, in fact, I'm going to put LR Gohan off to the back, because I still haven't figured it out, but somehow one of Gohan's links does mess this up a little bit. See, his numbers are slightly higher next to Gohan, so I'm going to keep him in the front. Literally all his attack links are linked here, so I really don't know what that's all about. It might just be the legendary power link, the more I think about it, because after all the stacks, that might be just the slight thing that puts it over. I don't know. But first things first, let's just feed this Goku everything that he's going to need, and that should be more than enough right there. In fact, I might already have it. I like that little extra layer of security, if you get what I'm saying. Alright, so you've seen the active skill. The active skill doesn't change a whole lot. It still is a little harder, but not, not groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination. And here we go. Let's see what this do. Alright, so his attack stat this time around is 3.8 mil, which is extremely respectable. Extremely respectable. 3.8 mil, and he didn't get a crit. 3.8 mil, and he still only hit for 1.3 against this dude, so it tells you how much damage mitigation they have. That's basically a 4 mil native hit if you're just type on type and neutral. So that's very, very, very good. I get the feeling this is about to end poorly. That doesn't look like it felt good. Either way, it's all kind of irrelevant. Oh, Gohan's even getting off a really good super attack. 2.6 mil. Yeah. So, and I didn't even feed Gohan that well. So that kind of puts all that in perspective. We're about to die. I didn't see that happening. That's what I get for messing around, though. I had active skill and all that, and I kind of really go to waste. Either way, it's not really relevant. My goal wasn't to beat it. My goal was to see what kind of damage we got. So 3 mil is very nice. 3 3.8 mil, I think it was. I don't know. So I've got one more test to do. One more test, and I already know what the results are because I pre-recorded this. So if I sound underwhelmed by 3.8, that tells you just what we're about to see. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what I'm going to do here, this event, STR Zamasu is completely impervious, and he's also at a type disadvantage to this Goku. But the best part is he doesn't have a whole lot of damage mitigation. That's pivotal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and feed him up, but also notice this Goku, before I forget about it, let's do his active skill. His active skill did not trigger Dokkan, and that's good. I didn't think it would. I'd never done that before. So we're going to tie this amount in to the final damage. So that is... Was that 11 million? Hold up. I know I read that wrong. I know I read that wrong. Hold up. Okay, so I'm going to add that in here at the very end after we do all of this. Okay? So there's that. There's that. Okay, I'm going to give Goku this. Now remember, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a 33% passive, and Boo, since we have full health, is a 50% passive. I'm going to try not to flub the Dokkan here. Hopefully it's nice to me and gives me a slow one. Let's see what this does. 11 mil plus... Let's see. I'm really excited to see what this does. I don't remember what the... I didn't look at the actual attack stat, but this should be beautiful. What is his overall damage in the best possible scenario? That's disgusting. So 11 mil on top of 20. I think that's 11 mil. Because it can't be 1.1. It cannot be 1.1. I think we have a new... I'll be real. I got to try out a few other units. I think we have a new king. I think we have a new king. Now, I've never tried this exact thing out in a damage test before. But we've got some heavy hitters. So we're going to have to try this out. We have a new king. Oops. What's up, J Fanta? Oh. Well, flood warning, too, on top of that. All right. That's the video, guys. That's... How do you... I'm rarely... It's not even... This is not a nuke test, guys. Remember, he's only getting the amount... for 24 orbs. Like, once it's past 24 orbs, he's not getting extra power. The fact that his other skill, the fact that his active skill was so high, should be proof of what's going on there. So, that's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. I'm really, really... Yeah, I'm really excited. Very happy to see what... I'm rarely speechless about damage, but that is... He's my new hardest hitter. He's my new hardest hitter. To be fair, and I will be fair, that is the unit with 3 dupes. That's not even a rainbow unit, mind you. That's 3 dupes in that one. That's not mine. That is someone else's. But speechless, just speechless. I can't even do the outro. I'm just speechless. Let me know what you guys think. Just unbelievable.